Right now, the beginning. Thinking through the geometry of the steering, the weight balance, which members I'm going to use where, how the motor and the brake and the axle mounts are going to mount, which welds are going to be the strongest for doing the angular connections for the front. I got 22.5-degree angles there, and I'm just trying to decide, do I cut the side rails and mate the smaller pieces directly onto that, or do I miter both pieces? I want maximum rigidity and strength, so I'm just trying to figure all of that out. The steel I'm using is a 2x3 tubular box. It's a 11 gauge steel, which is 0.120 inches or 120 thousandths. And then I have a 2-inch by 1-inch tubular steel member, and that was supposed to be an 11 gauge as well. However, they sent me a 0.125 or 1/8 inch thickness. It's a little bit too thick, it's heavier than I wanted, but it will do the job. So I'm thinking that the 2x3s are going to be my side pieces, and I went a little overkill, and that was so that I would have rigidity if I decided to do lead acid batteries. I wanted the frame to hold the weight of not only the rider but also the motor and the battery, and I wasn't entirely sure what strength I needed, so I went overkill on it, but that's okay. The welder I'm using is a Lincoln 180 amp MIG welder that I picked up new. I got a good deal on it. It's a 50 amp. I had to add an outlet there, but I've practiced welds and they come out extremely nice with that. So that's what I plan on using to join up everything. The sprockets I have are a number 50, and I chose to go with a number 50 because of the high torque that the electric motor would put out. I was a little bit concerned about snapping chains, and I read some other people having problems with belts, so again I went overkill on the sprocket as well. This is a 7/8 bore that will fit over the D&D motor with a 3/16 keyway and set screws, 2 set screws on each. This is a 10-tooth sprocket which will go on the drive of the motor, and then I have a 20-tooth with an 1.25 inch bore that will fit over my axle, and again a 3/16 inch keyway. This is a 40-tooth sprocket that I picked up if I wanted to change the gear ratio. As it stands now, if I go with those two, that'd be a 1:2 ratio, which will give me a lot of torque but limit my high-end speed. I wasn't sure how much torque or speed or power my motor would have, especially with the voltage, depending upon the voltage I run. So I got another sprocket just in case I want more top-end speed and less torque. This is extremely heavy. If I had my choice, I would go with something different, but I could not tell when I purchased it online, so it is what it is. I'm sure it'll be fine, it's just not the most ideal. The good thing about it is it's real heavy duty. I do not have to worry about braking or stressing this part